Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a manuscript that frankly just completely blew my mind. We are unpacking what I can only describe as a monumental saga. We're talking profound grief, relentless, iterative engineering, and ultimate, absolute vengeance. It's the story of a son pushed right to the edge, a guy who takes a devastating personal loss and channels it into this desperate, decades-long pursuit of justice. So stick with me here, because we're going to look closely at the incredible world building inside this completely unique text and trace a truly unforgettable hero's journey.
The inciting incident of this whole epic is so raw, so visceral, it just grabs you right from the jump. Our protagonist's bodyguard, and yes, he has a bodyguard, delivers some absolutely crushing news. A tiger in the wild forest has killed his mother. And his response? A heavily capitalized, undeniable vow. Or I will kill the tiger. It's just such a powerful statement, right? All that grief instantly crystallizes into a singular, unwavering mission. There's absolutely no going back from this moment. Section 1. A Vow of Revenge. Okay, let's dive into this and set the tragic stage of a son mourning a devastating loss to the wild animals of the forest.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the protagonist's immediate pivot from pure, unadulterated rage to methodical, calculated planning. We all process grief differently, but he doesn't just run blindly into the woods unarmed. No way. His very first instinct, as an engineer, is to craft a highly specific, tactical suit. The text actually tells us he wants a suit that looks like the tiger, so he can take down the beast in disguise. He begins gathering materials, what the source text brilliantly refers to as screeps, or, scraps, to construct his very first piece of armor.
The sheer scale of his commitment is honestly staggering. Over a timeline of hundreds of grueling days of trial and error, we track his progress. Check this out. By day 10, his first suit literally freezes in the sky. By day 35, he gets trapped in the wild forest. By day 50, he's successfully defeating a sky monster. And then, jumping all the way to day 200, he pivots entirely to heavy weapons manufacturing. It's a comprehensive, meticulous roadmap of a gritty, unwavering journey.
Section 2. The suit engineering phase. Let's look a bit closer at that intense R&D process, where workshop failures are treated as absolutely devastating setbacks.
So, Suit 1, hastily constructed from scraps, was a total bust. It just froze up, but he learns. Anyone who's ever tried to build something from scratch knows that universal frustration of creative failure, and our hero feels it deeply. For Suit 2, he makes a massive financial sacrifice. The text notes he actually sells every costly item he owns for dollars, just to buy a massive box of heavy metals. He pours days and nights into this second iteration. He finally finishes, he tests it out, and it still breaks. The emotional and financial toll of this iterative engineering is staggering. He is literally sacrificing everything for his vengeance.
Section 3. A Magical Power Transfer. Right on the precipice of day 35, we cross the threshold into mythological destiny.
Here is what goes down. On day 36, our protagonist makes a misstep and actually falls into a trap while navigating the forest. But, ironically, wandering into this trap leads him exactly where he needs to be. Deep in the woods, he encounters an ancient talking tiger who has just been lying dormant, and this ancient tiger reveals a super crucial detail. It has stopped growing, which sets the stage for a profound mystical exchange.
This represents the classic supernatural aid phase of the hero's journey. And man, the text treats it with absolute reverence. The ancient tiger, acknowledging it can't grow any further, willingly transfers its mystical powers right into our hero. Just think about the weight of that moment. Our mortal, struggling engineer is suddenly imbued with ancient abilities. He's no longer just a man failing in a metal suit. He has become something far, far greater.
Section 4. The birth of Tiger Man. With his newly acquired magical abilities, he builds a third suit, pushing us right into a high-stakes scenario.
So, in a sudden and wildly escalating detour from his main quest, our protagonist literally launches into the sky to face off against a sky monster. And to be clear, this isn't the tiger that killed his mother. This is more like a massive proving ground. He successfully slays the sky monster, definitively solidifying his combat skills and proving to himself that his new magical suit hybrid is fully operational and completely ready for war.
200. Now that's not just some random statistic. It carries immense gravity in the lore of this story. Upon returning home from his triumphant sky battle, our hero uses his newfound powers to save exactly 200 people. It is through this massive, undeniably heroic act of public salvation that he officially earns his legendary moniker, Tiger Man.
So the crucial point here is understanding exactly who Tiger Man is hunting now that he's fully powered up. The target isn't just a regular wild animal anymore. The manuscript reveals the true terrifying nature of his mother's killer. It is a half-human tiger hybrid possessing incredible superpowers of its own. The stakes for this final confrontation just went entirely through the roof.
Section 5, Weapons and Final Battle. We have finally reached day 200, and Tiger Man is about to take the fight directly into the heart of the forest.
Now, to prepare for a half-human super beast, Tiger Man clearly realizes that magic and metal suits just aren't going to cut it. He needs serious ballistics. So, he manufactures a minigun, an AK-47, a handgun, a Desert Eagle. The shift from struggling to weld scrap metal together to mass-producing heavy-duty, military-grade firepower, his literal Wee-Goons arsenal, is just a deadpan, brilliant escalation. He is leaving absolutely nothing to chance.
Suited up and heavily armed with his Wee-Goons, Tiger Man initiates a relentless, exhausting one-month manhunt. The pacing described in this final act is just incredibly intense. He is literally sprinting through the sprawling forest for weeks, desperately tracking his nemesis, until finally, he uncovers the superpowered tiger's hidden location. The board is officially set for the final confrontation.
Let's break down the brilliant tactical execution of this climax. Step 1. Pinpoint the location. Step 2. The ultimate wild card. Tiger Man strategically sets a dragon loose to assist him in the fight. I absolutely love that detail. Step 3. He identifies that the enemy tiger's superpowers are visually represented as a physical chain. So he strikes fast, shattering the power chain, completely rendering the beast vulnerable. And finally, Step 4. The kill. He defeats the tiger.
After 200 days of grief, failed engineering, magical transformations, and deploying heavy artillery alongside an actual dragon, the epic battle concludes, but it ends in a way you'd never expect. As the superpowered tiger is finally defeated, it utters 3 devastatingly polite, completely anticlimactic words. Very, very sorry. It just hangs there in the air on the page. It's a brutal, oddly heartbreaking, and completely unforgettable end to a monumental quest for vengeance.
Which brings us to the end of our explainer. As we close the book on this absolute masterpiece of storytelling, it really leaves us marveling at the profound depths and wild creativity of this epic. And it leaves us with a pretty provocative question to ponder. Does true power stem from the tragedy of our past? Does it come from ancient magic? Or does it ultimately come from the incredible heavy-duty Wee-Goons we relentlessly build along the way? Thank you so much for exploring this fascinating journey with me. Keep wondering and keep learning.